Picture this: thousands of steel behemoths locked in a deadly dance across a massive battlefield. That was the Battle of Kursk in the summer of 1943. Clash so colossal it would forever change the course of World War II. This wasn't just another battle. It was the ultimate showdown between Nazi Germany and the Soviet Union, a conflict that would determine the fate of the Eastern Front. So, how did this epic confrontation come to be? Let's rewind a bit. By early 1943, the tide of the war was turning. They would launch two massive pincer attacks, one from the north In total, Germany amassed around 900,000 soldiers, 2,700 tanks and assault guns, and over 2,000 aircraft for this de-order operation. They would absorb the initial German onslaught, grind down their elite panzer divisions in a prepared defense. This strategy was called defense in depth, and when the Soviets did something, they did it on an epic scale. The area around Kursk was transformed into the most formidable fortified zone the world had ever seen. They constructed thousands of anti-tank gun emplacements, bunkers, and machine gun nests. The Soviets positioned multiple defensive belts, one behind the other, stretching back over 100 miles. Behind these fortified lines, they gathered an immense strategic reserve. On the morning of July 5, 1943, the storm broke. Under the cover of a massive artillery barrage and Luftwaffe airstrikes, German panzers began to roll forward. Soviet infantry, dug in deep, fought with incredible tenacity. They pushed deeper into the Soviet defenses, but the cost was staggering. The Soviets threw wave after wave of tanks and infantry into the fray to slow the German advance. It was a swirling, confusing maelstrom of fire, smoke, and steel. Soviet T-34s, using their superior numbers and speed, swarmed the heavier, The 2nd SS Panzer Corps was battered and exhausted, its offensive power spent. They had failed to achieve a breakthrough. A few weeks later, they launched another, Operation Rumyantsev in the south. The exhausted, depleted German armies, which had thrown everything they had into Operation Citadel, were now on the defensive against fresh, powerful Soviet forces. They were unable to hold the line. The Red Army, using its overwhelming superiority in men and material, began to push the Germans back. But it also liberated the cities of Orel and Belgorod and punched a massive hole in the German front line. The Battle of Kursk was over. They would be on the offensive for the rest of the war, driving the Germans all the way back to Berlin. The Battle of Kursk wasn't just a battle, it was the turning point of the war on the Eastern Front. and subscribe for more deep dives into the most epic moments of the past.